Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna make coconut shrimp with a lime cilantro dressing. Delicious. We're gonna make stuffed bell peppers, sauteed spinach with garlic butter, a hibiscus drink, watermelon salad with mint and lime, and this amazing Oreo pie. If you want to learn how to make them all, stay tuned. Hey guys, we are gonna make watermelon salad since I dropped this watermelon and it cracked on itself. You're gonna need a watermelon, some lime juice, and mint. Salt is optional. We'll see how it tastes without it. Now that the watermelon's cut up, we're gonna put some lime juice on it. Squeeze, squeeze. Now that we tossed it all, we're gonna cut up some of this washed mint and mix it in. For me, this is really the only way to eat watermelon. It is so yummy. It's fresh. It has a little bit of that sourness from the lime, and then the freshness of this mint kind of brings it all together. You have to try this if you've never tried it. I pulled these shrimp out. I didn't know what to do with them, but then I thought maybe we could make some shrimp tacos with a little bit of lettuce and some cilantro lime sauce. And then I also had these bell peppers that I found at Costco for like $5. I was gonna make stuffed bell peppers, which I think has cheese in it. I'll have to look up a recipe. Okay, I don't have everything from the recipe. Like I have these blends of Parmesan instead of mozzarella, so we'll see if that works. I don't have canned tomato sauce, but I'm gonna use some spaghetti sauce and some tomato paste. We got onion, garlic, some Italian seasonings, olive oil, the beef, the peppers. We'll see how this turns out. Go ahead and preheat your oven to 350. All right, I got to talking to my husband and got distracted. You're supposed to cut the tops off and then scoop all the seeds out in the innards. And I cut them in half on these. So if you don't know how to scoop out the innards, you just basically take a spoon and run it around. And it's so fresh and crisp, it'll just all come out. It's really easy. Never be hard on yourself if you ever screw up, because at the end of the day, the people you're making this for are gonna appreciate it regardless. So I'm thinking if I should put it in like this, or if I should just kind of try to Mod Podge it back together. All right, it says put the cut side down and fill this with 1.5 cups of water, and then bake for 25 minutes with it covered in foil. I think I just ran out of foil, so we're having all sorts of mishaps with this recipe, but you know what? I'm pretty sure it'll still cook and be fine. We're gonna do medium-high heat and heat up some olive oil. Ta-da! We only need 1.5 pounds, and this is close to it, so we only need one. I'm not sure why it's having us cook the meat before the onion and garlic, but we're just gonna follow the recipe. Salt, pepper, and we're gonna start stirring this around. It only calls for half of an onion, but we like onions, so we're gonna chop this whole baby up. Let the meat cook for 5 or 6 minutes, and then put the onion in. This is what I try to do. 2 hands, 1 hand. I think I dropped most of it. Yes, we are gonna pick that up and rinse it off. Sorry, Mom. I know you're germaphobe. All right, mix that garlic in there too. It's calling for 1.5 cups of rice. I don't know. Is that gonna be enough? I thought I had a couple of these. Probably not supposed to be flavored rice or different kinds of rice, but you know, whatever. What the hell is that? What the hell? Look at. Find out what that is. Come on. Brown lentil. Okay, we're good. All right, smells okay. I think we're supposed to add the tomato sauce in now. I'm not gonna put the whole can, because if it's only a 20-ounce can, and this is a 32-ounce, I'll probably put half of this, and then this tomato paste, and maybe a little bit of water. Half the spaghetti sauce, all of the can, and I'm just gonna put some water in this. Mix it. It looks like vomit, but it smells good, so I think we're doing okay. Now we're supposed to add seasoning. I just have parsley, oregano, rubbed sage, thyme, and rosemary, but you can use like a mix, like a pre-mixed Italian seasoning. And then it says 1/2 cup of cheese. I'm just gonna do this Italian blend. So it has Parmesan, Asagiaglio, and Romano. Is that too much parsley? Season with more salt and pepper. Stir around. It smells really, really good. There's 4 minutes left, but my meat's done, so I'm gonna pull these out. They're supposed to cook for 25 minutes. I did about, I don't know, what, 22 minutes or so. Now we have to drain this water. Anybody ever wonders why I have such long nails? It's so I can grab things without burning myself. It definitely shrunk a bit, and these guys are falling over. I'm gonna see how to make this work. All right, you're gonna need a spoon, and you take this mixture, and you put it in this, like, and try to film at the same time. I don't know what I'm gonna do with those. All right. Oh, okay, we can cover and make everything better with cheese. So we're gonna put this in the oven for 20 minutes. You're supposed to put the cheese on first and then cover it, but I don't have any foil. So I'm gonna just put it in for 20 minutes and then take it out, put the cheese on, cook it for 10 more minutes. So 30 minutes total at 350, 20 minutes like this, put cheese on, 10 more minutes. I feel like when you have an ugly dish, if you find a pretty dish to put the ugly recipe in, it makes it better. This is a bit bigger. This is stoneware, so I think as long as it's oven proof or microwave proof, it'll be okay. I'm gonna take those for the last 10 minutes and put them in here and cover them with cheese and maybe make it look a little bit more presentable. All right, we shall start making you next. All right, we're gonna cook up this coconut shrimp. I sprayed the pan with vegetable oil, and as soon as the bell peppers are done, we'll throw this in the oven. Let's see, to bake at 400 for 18 minutes, flipping halfway through. So at 9 minutes, flip them over. We're gonna saute the spinach up while we're waiting. Put some oil and garlic. About 3 tablespoons of butter and a couple of garlic cloves. You only cook it for about 30 seconds to a minute. You don't want it to brown too much. Take your rinsed spinach and pour it on top. And start to stir it. The more you stir it, the faster it cooks down. You just want to make sure every leaf is sauteed and there's no like fresh ones left. Let's see. You don't want any of them to be like crispy, but you don't want to overcook it either. I'm gonna put this back in here so it drains any liquid. That's only half of the bag. I still have to do this other half. Unless you're going to make like a dip out of it, I would eat this right away. Okay, I forgot I was gonna transfer these. But he's like asking, please drop something, please drop something. I'm just gonna put all the cheese on it and hope it looks good when I bake it for 10 minutes. You can add more when it cools down, okay? Can you get that off my nails? Can you get it off my nails? Yucky. We have about 5 minutes left, but yeah, I think that cheese makes it look better. All right, we're gonna make those shrimp tacos, those coconut shrimp tacos. I just got a platter, laid a bunch out. When the shrimp is done, I'm gonna cut it up and put pieces in there. And I'm gonna put like lettuce and some cheese and then that cilantro topping. And I could probably fit more. I went ahead and put the lettuce in first. Oh yeah, I think those look better. And they taste good too. I just taste some out of the pan. Now we have to throw these in at 400 degrees. I tend to set it at the time that I have to flip it, not the time I have to take it out. So it's 9 minutes, flip them, and then 9 more minutes. It's climbing to 400 degrees. It's at 329, but I just shoved it in. All right, I put cheese on top of the lettuce and then cut up some avocado. Once the shrimp's done, I'm gonna throw on some of this lime creme, cilantro lime stuff. I also added tomato and onion on top. Try this. Doop. Oh my gosh. Well, it makes my mouth water. Whew. It's very limey. And that cilantro's in there, but it's also light. It's not like a super thick sauce. It's really good. All right, guys, these are done. I'm gonna chop the tails off and then put them on the tacos. I have a few shrimp left, but each one gets about 4. This turned out pretty good. top it with that lime cilantro sauce. Okay, I just dumped sparkling water into this drink we made last week, and then I found this syrup nobody's using. We'll see if this even tastes good or not. Wow, that is surprisingly really good. Lime and hibiscus, huh? All right, guys, we're gonna make Oreo pie. You'll need 22 double stuffed Oreo cookies for the crust, 18 for the filling, and any extra to put on top. We're gonna make the filling with heavy cream, but we're also gonna make homemade whipped cream to go on top. You'll need some vanilla, some sugar, some powdered sugar, 8 ounces of cream cheese, and some, I think you need butter. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, you do, because for the crust. The milk is just because I'm eating Oreos. You know, it's all good. Preheat the oven to 350. I don't have a food processor, but I'm going to try this Ninja blender. If this doesn't work, I'll go dig my Vitamix out. I'm going to start off with 6 at a time and see if that works. We have to get through 22 for the crust. I'm also going to try the pulse. Oh, no. All right, I added a bunch more. Let's see. All right, you gotta kind of like hit it down and then do it a couple more times, but I think it's working. I'm gonna put the extra in a bowl and then repeat. Just make sure you leave 18 for the filling. All right, we're done. This should be all crumbly. There shouldn't be any like hard chunks left. Add 2 tablespoons of sugar. Just a little bit, that wasn't full all the way. 2 tablespoons of sugar, 4 tablespoons of melted butter. All right, 4 tablespoons of butter melted for the crust. After mixing that up with a fork, we're gonna go ahead and pour it into a 9-inch pie dish and press it in. Now that that's all pressed in, all the way up this size, we're gonna put it in the oven at 350 and then bake it for 8 minutes. With the remaining Oreos, 8 are gonna go into the food processor, and then 10 of them are gonna go on a chopping block or board, and you're just gonna chop them into 1/4 of an inch pieces. Go ahead and chop these guys up. No rhyme or reason about it. All right, that looks small enough, and we have the crumbs from the processor. In the mixer, we're gonna beat the whipping cream and powdered sugar and the vanilla. All right, we are whipping 2 cups of heavy whipping cream, which is 1 pint. And then 1.5 cups of powdered sugar. And then it calls for 2 teaspoons of vanilla, which means tablespoons in my world. You beat that all up until it's nice and thick. Let's see. It's a good consistency. You can keep going if you want to. You just don't want to make butter. In a separate bowl, I'm gonna beat together or cream together 8 ounces of the cream cheese, 1/2 stick of butter, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. You can do sea salt or Himalayan salt, whichever you prefer. Once that is done, we're gonna fold this mixture into that mixture. You're gonna wanna mix it in until it's smooth. Oh my gosh, it tastes delicious. Oh my gosh, that tastes so good. Okay, first we'll do this one. Yeah. Go, Gadget, go. Can we do this one without ruining it? I don't know how. After this is done baking, you're supposed to wait till it's cool to put the filling in. Kind of feeling like a rebel, but this will melt the whipped cream, so I might have to wait. I'm gonna cool this in the refrigerator and put this in the refrigerator too until this is cold enough to put the filling into, probably about 30 minutes. All right, it is cooled down enough, and now we're gonna transfer the filling, and then we'll make a whipped cream for the top. It's so good. I'm gonna put this back in the refrigerator and let it chill while I make the whipped cream. All right, we rinsed out our mixer. We're gonna put this whole pint in there, 1/2 cup of powdered sugar, and it calls for 1 teaspoon, but you already know at least a tablespoon of this bad boy. A little bit more. off on a low speed and then increase it. Almost beat that too long. Now you don't have to use all of this on top of the pie. You can just put like pipe some on. I don't have any piping tips anymore, so I'm just gonna kind of put it on as best I can. All right, just gonna scoop it on and spread it over. Then you're supposed to put it back in the refrigerator for 3 hours, but you know we're not gonna do that. We're gonna eat it with some coffee right now. All right, that looks really good to me. I'm gonna save the rest of this for my coffees in the morning. Ooh, it is not the most prettiest pie, but it is the best tasting pie you will ever have. If I were to change one thing about this recipe, I would not add sugar to the crust. I think it makes it too sweet. And then I don't even know if you really need this topping, honestly. I think this filling is absolutely delicious. And yeah, every recipe that you make, you can always make adjustments to your preference. I like more salt. I don't like things too sweet, so I want that crust to be like buttery and salty, and then the filling to balance that out, and then the top to be nice and light. So I feel like this homemade whipping cream on top is a little heavy for the whole dish because there's already that heavy whipping cream in the filling. So you know, when you go to make stuff, just figure out what your preferences are. Try again. I might make this in the future. There's a Cool Whip version of this that I might try. It might be a little bit lighter than this heavy whipping cream. So we'll see. But it is delicious. So you want a bite? I share with you. Buddy and Rose are like, feed me. We want some pie. You want some pie? Oh my gosh. If you guys don't make anything else, make this. This is delicious. Coconut shrimp and the sauce are found at Costco. Thank you for joining me today. I make meals on Sundays and Wednesdays. My mouth is full. Sorry. I'll see you guys back midweek. Nom, nom, nom.